want stronger legs. Even at 90, eat this every day. Surgeon reveals why. For 4 decades, I've dedicated myself to understanding how our muscles age, and what I'm about to share with you might be a genuine surprise, perhaps even a little startling. The primary reason many people find their leg strength diminishes after the age of 60 isn't simply due to the natural process of getting older. Instead, it's a subtle but significant chemical imbalance occurring deep within our muscle tissues. Scientists have recently begun to refer to this phenomenon as silent muscle collapse. Research published in the Journal of Geriatric Medicine has shown that after the age of 60, the body's production of proteins essential for repairing and rebuilding leg muscle tissue drops dramatically by as much as 99%. This explains why everyday activities, like simply standing up from a chair, navigating stairs, or walking for extended periods, can start to feel like much greater efforts. It's not necessarily because your legs have become inherently weak, but rather because your muscle fibers are not receiving the crucial nutrients they need to function optimally. However, there's incredibly hopeful news. A recent study conducted at the University of Tokyo has revealed that by incorporating specific foods into your daily diet, you can effectively reawaken dormant muscle cells, significantly improve blood flow to your lower limbs, and rebuild muscle strength, even for individuals over 90 years old. In fact, participants in this study who consistently ate these particular foods experienced remarkable improvements in their balance, walked at a faster pace, and regained lost leg endurance in as little as 8 weeks. This powerfully demonstrates that your age doesn't have to dictate your strength levels. Your dietary choices do. What's particularly striking is that many older adults unknowingly consume foods that are the exact opposite of what their legs actually require for vitality. In this video, we're going to unveil 5 scientifically validated foods that have been proven to rebuild leg strength, safeguard your joints, and restore your mobility, regardless of your age. And make sure you stick around until the end, because food number 1 is exceptionally potent, with studies indicating it can boost muscle recovery and blood flow by over 99% in adults above the age of 90. For those who wish to delve deeper into the scientific backing, you'll find all the relevant research and medical studies detailed in the description below once you've finished watching. Before we jump into the specifics, I have a quick question for you. Where in the world are you watching from today? I'll be actively reading and responding to as many comments as I possibly can, so please share your location and your experiences. You might just inspire someone else who is watching right now. Now, without further ado, let's begin our exploration with food number 5, because every single bite of the right food can contribute to restoring your strength far more quickly than you might imagine. Sweet potatoes, the 5th most impactful food for maintaining robust leg strength well into your 90s, may come as a surprise, especially since it's not primarily known as a protein source. Yet, for centuries, sweet potatoes have been quietly performing wonders for the muscles of elderly populations, particularly in regions like Okinawa. When researchers from Harvard University analyzed the dietary habits of the world's strongest elderly individuals, they discovered a remarkable correlation. Those who consumed sweet potatoes at least 4 times per week exhibited 60% more type 2 muscle fibers in their legs compared to those who rarely ate them. Sweet potatoes are rich in a compound called beta-carotene, which your body skillfully converts into vitamin A. This vitamin A plays a crucial role within your muscle cells, a function that scientists have only recently begun to fully comprehend. It acts as a protective shield for the mitochondria, which are essentially the tiny powerhouses within each of your muscle cells, safeguarding them from the cumulative oxidative damage that occurs as we age. You can think of it as a form of rust-proofing for your cellular engines. But the benefits of sweet potatoes extend even further. They are also an exceptional source of potassium, providing approximately 700 milligaules per medium-sized potato. This mineral is absolutely vital for proper muscle contraction and plays a key role in preventing those agonizing nighttime leg cramps that many older adults experience. Furthermore, the purple varieties of sweet potatoes, especially the Okinawan purple sweet potato, contain additional beneficial compounds known as anthocyanins. Researchers at Auburn University have found that these anthocyanins can enhance muscle endurance by up to 23%. The method by which you prepare sweet potatoes significantly impacts their benefits for leg strength. A common mistake many people make is peeling them. However, the skin is where the majority of the fiber resides, along with a compound called chlorogenic acid. This acid is instrumental in regulating blood sugar levels, preventing the sharp insulin spikes that can, in fact, contribute to muscle tissue breakdown. According to Japanese longevity experts, the most beneficial preparation method is to steam them whole, with the skin intact, for about 25 to 30 minutes. They should be tender, but not mushy. This process preserves the maximum amount of nutrients and actually boosts the bioavailability of beta-carotene by as much as 300% when compared to boiling or microwaving. After steaming, allow them to cool slightly and then consume them with a small amount of healthy fat, such as a teaspoon of olive oil or tahini. This is because beta-carotene is fat-soluble and requires fat for your body to absorb it effectively. The timing of consumption also plays a role. Eating steamed sweet potatoes about 2 hours before your daily walk or any leg-intensive activity can provide sustained energy that directly fuels your muscle cells without causing undue blood sugar fluctuations. For optimal results, aim to consume 1 medium sweet potato, roughly the size of your fist, at least 4 days per week. Varying between orange and purple varieties will ensure you benefit from the full spectrum of muscle-protecting compounds. Many centenarians in Okinawa habitually eat them for breakfast, mashed with a bit of miso paste, which introduces probiotics that further enhance nutrient absorption. The outcomes are truly telling. Elderly individuals in Okinawa who follow this practice possess quadriceps strength comparable to that of Americans 30 years their junior. Now, if sweet potatoes lay the foundation for strong legs, the next food on our list acts like rocket fuel for your leg muscles. Before we move on, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel right now. You won't want to miss the life-changing tips that are still to come. Sardines. Sardines might just be the most overlooked superfood for leg strength on the entire planet, and the science behind their benefits is truly mind-boggling. A remarkable study conducted by the University of Barcelona, which followed 800 elderly participants for a period of 5 years, found that individuals who consumed sardines just twice a week experienced 78% less muscle loss in their legs compared to those who avoided them. Sardines are exceptionally rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These compounds perform a remarkable function within your muscle cells that no other nutrient can replicate. These omega-3s are actually incorporated into the very membranes of every muscle cell in your legs, making them more flexible and significantly more receptive to growth signals. Imagine upgrading your cellular structure from rigid plastic to flexible rubber. But what truly sets sardines apart as a leg-strengthening food is their unique combination of essential nutrients. They are one of the few foods that provide a complete package of vitamin D, calcium, and protein all in one convenient serving. A single can of sardines consumed with their bones offers about 350 milliliters of highly absorbable calcium, which is absolutely critical for muscle contraction. Additionally, it provides around 200 international units of vitamin D, a nutrient that a vast majority of people, over 60, are severely deficient in. This deficiency in vitamin D is directly linked to leg weakness and an increased risk of falls, with studies showing that correcting this deficiency can improve leg strength by as much as 40% in just 3 months. The protein content in sardines is also noteworthy, as it contains all the essential amino acids in the ideal proportions for muscle building, including high levels of leucine. Leucine acts as a molecular switch, signaling your muscles to grow. Unfortunately, most people mismanage their sardine consumption by purchasing the wrong types or preparing them incorrectly. The best sardines for your health are those packed in water or olive oil, rather than soybean oil or other inflammatory vegetable oils that can actually hinder muscle recovery. Wild-caught sardines from cold waters, such as the Pacific or Atlantic Oceans, are preferable due to their higher omega-3 content. The absolute best way to consume sardines for leg strength is directly from the can, including the bones. These soft, edible bones are the primary source of their calcium. If you're new to sardines, a great way to start is by mashing them with a fork and mixing them with lemon juice. This not only improves the flavor, but also enhances iron absorption by up to 4 times. You can also incorporate them into salads with dark leafy greens or mash them onto whole grain toast with sliced tomatoes. The key is to consume them at least twice a week, with each serving being around 3 to 4 ounces, which is roughly 1 standard can. For maximum muscle benefits, it's recommended to consume sardines within an hour after walking or engaging in any leg exercises. This is precisely when your muscles are most receptive to protein synthesis. Some of the most physically active elderly individuals in Mediterranean coastal towns consume sardines almost daily, often for lunch alongside olives and vegetables, maintaining their ability to navigate steep coastal paths well into their 90s. The cumulative effects are truly impressive. After just 8 weeks of regular sardine consumption, studies have documented measurable increases in grip strength and walking speed in individuals over the age of 70. Now, if sardines work to rebuild your muscles from the inside out, the next food on our list literally tells your muscles to slow down the aging process. Black beans. The third most powerful food for preserving strong legs into your 90s is black beans, and the science behind their efficacy is nothing short of remarkable. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging have discovered that elderly individuals who consume black beans at least 5 times a week possess leg muscles that appear 10 to 15 years younger on MRI scans compared to those who rarely incorporate them into their diet. Black beans boast an incredibly unique combination of nutrients that work harmoniously, much like a symphony, to both protect and build leg muscle mass. Firstly, they are abundant in plant-based protein, offering approximately 15 grams per cup. But it's not just any protein. Black beans contain specific amino acids, such as arginine and glutamine, which directly stimulate muscle protein synthesis, while simultaneously reducing inflammation within muscle tissue. This dual action is akin to simultaneously building new muscle and safeguarding existing muscle. However, what truly distinguishes black beans is their content of resistant starch. This type of starch acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial gut bacteria that then produce short-chain fatty acids, particularly butyrate. This butyrate then travels through your bloodstream to your leg muscles and effectively triggers genes that prevent muscle wasting. Japanese researchers have found that elderly individuals with higher levels of butyrate in their system have a remarkable 35% more muscle mass in their legs. Black beans are also packed with magnesium, providing about 120 milligauss per cup. Magnesium is absolutely crucial for optimal muscle function because it aids in muscle relaxation after contraction. Without adequate magnesium, your leg muscles can remain partially contracted, leading to feelings of weakness, cramps, and that pervasive heavy leg sensation many older adults experience. The folate found in black beans, approximately 250 micrograms per cup, is essential for the development of new muscle cells and the repair of damaged ones, while the iron content ensures sufficient oxygen delivery to your working muscles. Tragically, the way most people prepare black beans often destroys many of these vital muscle-building compounds. If you are using canned beans, it is crucial to rinse them thoroughly to remove about 40% of the sodium. However, if you are cooking beans from dried, it's beneficial to retain the cooking liquid, as it contains valuable nutrients. The ideal preparation method begins with soaking dried black beans overnight in water, mixed with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. This process helps to break down phytic acid, which can inhibit the absorption of essential minerals. After soaking, drain the beans and cook them in fresh water with a strip of kombu seaweed. This addition provides minerals and makes the beans more easily digestible. Cook them slowly at a gentle simmer for about 90 minutes until they are creamy yet still retain their shape. The timing of black bean consumption is also highly significant for leg strength. Eating them 4 to 5 hours before bedtime allows for the slow release of amino acids, which helps to prevent muscle breakdown during sleep, the period when most age-related muscle loss occurs. For maximum benefits, aim to consume half a cup of cooked black beans at least 5 days a week. Ideally, pair them with a whole grain, such as brown rice or quinoa, to create a complete protein that rivals meat in its muscle-building potential. Many of the strongest elderly individuals in Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, another recognized blue zone, incorporate black beans into every single meal, often mashed and seasoned with cumin and garlic, which adds anti-inflammatory compounds that further protect muscle tissue. The transformation can be quite dramatic. Studies indicate that the addition of black beans to your daily diet can boost leg strength by 25% in just 10 weeks, with participants reporting easier stair climbing and the ability to walk longer distances. Black beans may excel at preventing muscle breakdown, but the next food on our list actively reverses muscle aging at the cellular level. Eggs. The second most potent food for developing incredibly strong legs, even at the age of 90, is the remarkable egg. Recent scientific research has completely revolutionized our understanding of why eggs are so critically important for leg strength in older adults. A landmark study conducted at the University of Illinois found that elderly individuals who consumed whole eggs daily experienced 57% more muscle protein synthesis in their legs compared to those who ate only egg whites or avoided eggs altogether. This groundbreaking discovery challenged the long-held belief that egg whites were superior for muscle building. Whole eggs provide the highest quality protein available, boasting a biological value of 100. This means your body can utilize virtually every single amino acid present for the purpose of building muscle. However, what truly makes eggs extraordinary for leg strength lies within the yolk. The yolk contains vitamin D, choline, and leucine in perfect proportions that activate a critical pathway known as the mTOR pathway. This pathway is essentially the master growth switch for your muscles. When you consume whole eggs, particularly after engaging your leg muscles, this mTOR activation is up to 3 times more potent than with any other protein source. The choline content in egg yolks, approximately 147 milligrams per egg, is absolutely essential for muscle contraction because it facilitates the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that signals your leg muscles when and how forcefully to contract. Without sufficient choline, your brain struggles to communicate effectively with your leg muscles, leading to weakness and diminished coordination. Eggs also deliver vitamin B12, selenium, and phosphorus, all of which are vital for energy production within muscle cells. The method of preparation for eggs significantly influences their muscle-building capabilities, and many people unfortunately get this wrong. Soft-boiled or poached eggs with their runny yolks preserve the most nutrients and make the protein most readily available for muscle synthesis. When you overcook eggs until the yolks become hard and chalky, you degrade many of the heat-sensitive vitamins and make the protein more challenging for your body to digest. The optimal preparation involves bringing water to a gentle simmer and adding the eggs, cooking them for precisely 6 to 7 minutes for a perfectly soft-boiled outcome. If you prefer scrambled eggs, cook them slowly over low heat in a small amount of butter or olive oil, removing them from the heat while they are still slightly creamy. The timing of egg consumption is absolutely crucial for maximizing leg strength benefits. Consuming 2 to 3 whole eggs within 30 minutes after your morning walk or any leg activity creates what is known as an anabolic window. During this period, your muscles are optimally primed to absorb nutrients and initiate growth. This post-exercise egg consumption can increase muscle protein synthesis by an astonishing 280% compared to eating eggs at random times throughout the day. For those who have concerns about cholesterol, recent extensive research involving 500,000 people has indicated that consuming up to 1 egg daily actually improved cardiovascular health in older adults, effectively debunking the cholesterol myth. The key is to eat whole eggs, not just the whites, because the nutrients found in the yolk play a vital role in helping your body process cholesterol appropriately. Aim for at least 1 to 2 whole eggs daily, and up to 3 if you are actively working to build leg strength. Many of the most robust elderly athletes consume eggs twice a day, often enjoying them soft-boiled for breakfast and then again in a vegetable frittata for dinner. The results are unequivocally impressive. Elderly individuals who eat whole eggs daily can maintain leg strength equivalent to that of people 20 years younger, with studies demonstrating improvements in walking speed, balance, and stair climbing ability within just 6 weeks. While eggs may be the perfect muscle-building food, the number one food on this list contains something so profoundly powerful that it can literally make your muscles grow as if you were decades younger. Wild-caught salmon. The number one most potent food for maintaining exceptionally strong legs, even at the remarkable age of 90, is wild-caught salmon. The scientific evidence supporting this claim is so compelling that some researchers are referring to it as the closest thing to a true fountain of youth for your muscles. A groundbreaking study from the Washington University School of Medicine discovered that older adults who consumed wild salmon just 3 times per week experience muscle growth typically observed in individuals 30 years their junior, with their leg strength increasing by an astonishing 68% in a mere 16 weeks. Wild salmon possesses a truly unique compound called astaxanthin. This exceptionally powerful antioxidant is responsible for giving salmon its characteristic pink hue and performs a miraculous function within your muscle cells that no other food can replicate. Astaxanthin penetrates deeply into your muscle mitochondria, offering them protection from the oxidative damage that naturally leads to muscle weakening with age. It's like deploying a protective force field around your cellular power plants. But what elevates wild salmon to the pinnacle of leg-strengthening foods is its perfect synergy of muscle-building nutrients all in one package. You receive a substantial 22 grams of complete protein per 3-ounce serving, along with massive doses of omega-3 fatty acids that actively reduce muscle inflammation. It's also a rare food source that provides vitamin D, and it's rich in creatine, a compound that directly fuels muscle contractions. The specific omega-3 fatty acids found in wild salmon, EPA, and DHA are directly incorporated into your muscle cell membranes. This makes them more responsive to growth signals and significantly more resistant to breakdown. Studies have indicated that the omega-3 content in wild salmon can be up to 4 times higher than in farmed salmon, which is precisely why choosing wild-caught is absolutely essential. The vitamin D present in wild salmon is particularly noteworthy because it is in the D3 form, the same type your body naturally produces when exposed to sunlight. Just 1 serving provides over 100% of your daily requirement. This vitamin D works in concert with the protein to activate muscle stem cells, effectively helping you to generate new muscle tissue even in your 80s and 90s. The preparation of wild salmon is absolutely critical for maximizing its leg strengthening benefits, and one method stands clearly above all others. The most advantageous approach is to cook it with the skin intact over medium-low heat, either by pan-searing or baking it at 395 degrees, 160 degrees Celsius, for approximately 12 to 15 minutes. It should be cooked just until it's moist and flakes easily. Overcooking can degrade the delicate omega-3s and reduce protein digestibility by up to 40%. Season it simply with lemon, herbs, and a small amount of sea salt, which aids in muscle hydration. The skin itself is incredibly important, containing the highest concentration of omega-3s, and should always be consumed if possible. For optimal muscle benefits, consume wild salmon within 2 hours after any leg activity or exercise. This timing optimizes protein synthesis and effectively reduces inflammation resulting from your workout. The portion size also matters. Aim for 4 to 6 ounces per serving, which provides roughly 30 to 45 grams of protein, the perfect amount for maximizing muscle protein synthesis in older adults. Make it a point to eat wild salmon at least 3 times per week, ideally on non-consecutive days, to maintain consistent levels of omega-3s within your muscle tissue. Many of the most enduring elderly individuals in Alaska and the Pacific Northwest consume wild salmon almost daily during its season, often smoking or canning extra for year-round enjoyment. Some even opt for salmon for breakfast, pairing it with eggs for an ultimate muscle-building meal. The transformation brought about by regular consumption of wild salmon is nothing short of remarkable. Studies have documented increased muscle mass, improved walking speed, enhanced balance, reduced inflammation, and even boosted cognitive function that positively impacts movement coordination. After just 12 weeks of incorporating wild salmon into their diet 3 times a week, participants in these studies reported feeling as though their legs were decades younger. Many were able to resume activities they hadn't enjoyed in years, such as hiking, dancing, or playing with their grandchildren on the floor. The path to maintaining powerful legs well into your 90s is not found in a gym or a pharmacy, but rather right in your own kitchen, with these 5 incredible foods that work synergistically to preserve, protect, and even rebuild your leg muscles at any age. Begin incorporating these foods gradually, perhaps starting with just 1 or 2, and then progressively build up to include all 5 in your weekly dietary routine. And remember, consistency is far more important than achieving perfection. Your legs have faithfully carried you through decades of life. With these scientifically validated foods, they will continue to carry you forward with strength and vitality through countless more adventures to come. If this video has opened your eyes to the profound power of food in maintaining strength as you age, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our science-backed health content. Thank you for watching.